Hello dear students, now it's 12th lecture of the electrodynamics or electric current. In the previous class we were doing numericals on Kirchhoff's law, and we have done only the resistor and source circuit, and I have given you the concept of the capacitor resistor circuit with DC in steady state. And one question I have given you for the homework, similar question I am doing here, then you may try that question. Okay, then I will be giving you some questions from HC Verma. Okay, so firstly try those questions, then the next class I will be giving you the questions from Yurodov and Krotov also. Okay, so one question we have to do, and in this circuit we have both capacitor and resistor, and we have to find charge across the capacitor and energy stored across the capacitor. Okay, this one is a basic question. (20 volt, 2 ohm, this one is a capacitor of capacitance 4 microfarad. One resistor we have of resistance value 1 ohm, and also we have a source of 5 volt. Okay, it is of 10 volt. And this resistance is now 1 ohm. Okay, this point is A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, and from this circuit we have to find the charge stored across capacitor and energy stored across the capacitor, and also current across the elements. Okay, to find first part, current across resistors, charge Q, and energy stored across the capacitor. These results we have to get. Okay, so we come to the solution. What I have told you, since in steady state charge across the capacitor is maximum, that's why current across the resistor, this capacitor arm, will be what? 0. That's why firstly remove this arm, capacitor arm. So since current I across capacitor arm is 0, in steady state, hence it is removed initially. सबसे पहले हम इसको क्या करते हैं? रिमूव करते हैं. It is removed initially. Now removing the capacitor arm, what will be the circuit now? Now the circuit is like this. This resistance is 2 ohm, it is 1 ohm, it is 20 volt, and it is 10 volt. The circuit is A, C, D and F. Okay, so removing this arm, we find we solve the circuit. Now suppose current flowing through this circuit is what? Only one loop we have. So current flowing through the circuit is I. Okay, current is I here. Here also current is I. So only one equation we will have, and we will get the result of what? I. So using Kirchhoff's loop law, over the loop on A, C, D, F, A, C, D, F, and again to what? A. Over this loop you use Kirchhoff's loop law. So from A to C we have nothing. Now we move from C to D. So we are coming from higher to the lower potential end, that is minus 10. Now see, current and loop are in the same direction, that's why potential drop is negative, that is minus I. Now D to F we have nothing. Now we move from F to A. Current and loop are in the same direction, so minus 2I, current into resistance. Now we are moving from negative to the positive terminal, low to high. The result we have what? 0. According to the loop law, sigma E plus sigma V is equal to 0. So what we get? We have 3I is equal to 10, or we get I is equal to 10 by 3 ampere. So currents in the independent arms, these arms are what? 10 by 3 ampere. Okay, now we come to the next step. What I have told you, we use the Kirchhoff's loop law over a loop with capacitor. So we may consider any one loop. Okay, now we consider a loop. Now considering loop, now we consider, suppose this loop A, B, E, F, A, E, F, A, and using Kirchhoff's loop law. Okay, see what we get. Suppose potential across the 4 microfarad capacitor we have taken V, that we are considering. Let V be the potential drop across the capacitor. Okay, that may get using what? The Kirchhoff's loop law over the loop. So now we take this loop. It is 4 microfarad, 1 ohm, it was 2 ohm, 20 volt. Here suppose voltage is V, we have considered, and this one is a source of potential what volt? 5 volt we have. Now it is A, B, and E, F, A. You may consider the polarity. Suppose we consider this plate to be positively charged and this plate to be what? Negatively charged. अपनी मर्जी से आप ले सकते हैं. If you have taken the polarity in opposite sign, then we'll get the result of V to be what? Negative. Then change the polarity of the plates. That we have to do here. See, current we have found here, that is what it was, 10 by 3 ampere. It is 10 by 3 ampere, but current here is what, 0. No current we have to take here, because it was the capacitor arm, and in the steady state current across the capacitor arm is 0. Now we have to use Kirchhoff's loop law over this loop. It is A, B, E, F, A. Okay. Now using Kirchhoff's loop law over AB, EFA. Okay, we use the Kirchhoff's loop law here. To start from A to B we have nothing. Now B to E, we are coming from positive to the negative plate of the capacitor. That's why we have taken minus V. Okay, here current is 0, so IR is equal to 0. Now we are moving from positive to negative terminal of the cell, high to low, that will be minus 5. E to A, F, we have nothing. Now we are coming from F to A. Here current and loop are in the same direction, that's why potential drop will be negative, and that is what, 2 into 10 by 3. And now here for the battery we are coming from negative to the positive terminal. It is plus 20, that is equal to what, 0. Now we simplify it. What we get, V is equal to 20 minus 5 and minus 20 by 3. Okay, what we get, 3, it is 60 minus 15 and minus 20. We will get 60 minus 35, that is 25 by 3 volt. It is a positive value. That means the polarity of the plates we have taken is correct. Okay, now no need to change the polarity of the plates. Upper plate of the capacitor will be positively charged and lower plate will be what, negatively charged. Now potential we get. Now we have to get what, the charge. It implies that the charge across the capacitor Q will be equal to what, CV. So Q is equal to CV. Capacitance we have 4 microfarad, so 4 microfarad, and voltage we have what, 25 by 3 volt. So what we get, the result is 100 by 3 microcoulomb. It is the charge stored across the capacitor. Now we have to get what, the energy stored across the capacitor. And energy, the formula for energy is what, half CV square, that is half C is 4 microfarad and voltage is 25 by 3 square. Okay, and this much of it is microfarad and it is volt. Okay, solving get the result in what, microjoule. Okay, you will get this result. In this way you get the value of charge across the capacitor and energy stored across the capacitor. Now we move to the next question. The next question is similar to the solved example of HCV. It is one solved example of HCV and also similar to the previous year IIT question. Okay, we have given part of a closed circuit, only part of a closed circuit we have given. From the given part of closed circuit, find first part. Charge across the capacitor, and second part, energy stored across the capacitor. These results we have to get from the part. Okay, it is a similar question I am taking here. It is the part of a closed circuit. Okay, this point is A, this point is B, it is C, and it is D. Here current is 10 ampere, current is 2 ampere. Current is 4 ampere. Okay, this resistance we have 2 ohm, this capacitance is 4 microfarad, and this voltage is given, cell potential has been given 2 volt. Okay, so from this part of closed circuit you have to find charge across the capacitor and energy stored across the capacitor. Okay, we come to the solution of the question. See, you only consider the loop of the part. Okay, so firstly use Kirchhoff's junction law wherever it is possible. So say in steady state current in the capacitor arm is what? 0. So no current is flowing here. Here current coming to the circuit is 10 ampere and here current is what? 2 ampere. Using Kirchhoff's junction law, the total current 10 plus 2 ampere, 12 ampere will be flowing through this arm. So in this arm current here is 12 ampere, here also current is 12 ampere. Okay, now out of 12 ampere 4 ampere current comes out and the remaining current will come here. So 12 4, this will be what? 8 ampere. Now 8 ampere current is here and 2 ampere is coming from this side. So 8 plus 2, 10 ampere is coming out. Okay. Across this arm, AD arm, current is what? 0 and steady state. So see, across AD arm, I is equal to 0 and steady state, because in steady state charge stored across the capacitor is maximum. That's why current across the capacitor arm will be what? 0. Now all the currents we have within this loop, and current in this arm, AD arm, is 0. Now we use Kirchhoff's loop law over this loop. All the informations we have, A, B, C, D, A. So now using Kirchhoff's loop law over the loop, the loop is what we have, A, B, C, D, A. A, B, C, D. To start from A, see, current and loop are in the same direction. That's why potential drop will be negative. And resistance I have not taken. Resistance here is suppose 1 ohm. It is 2 ohm. 2 ohm. It is suppose 3 ohm. Here resistance is suppose 2 ohm. 1 ohm, 2 ohm. All the resistors should be known. Okay. So now here current and loop are in the same direction. That's why potential drop is 12 into 3 minus 36 minus IR. Here also current and loop are in the same direction. Potential drop will be negative. So 12 into 2, that is minus 24. Okay. Now again current and loop are in the same direction. So IR here is 8 into 2, that is minus 16. Okay. Now A, B, C, D we have covered. Now we have to move from D to A. Now we are coming from negative to the positive terminal of this cell. So low to high, so positive 2 volt we have here. So plus 2, and suppose here potential is V. Potential of this capacitor we have considered V, that we have to get. So suppose this one has positive polarity and this one has negative polarity. अगर हम पोलरिटी को अपोजिट लेंगे तो हमारा V का साइन नेगेटिव आ जाएगा, तो चेंज कर देंगे. तो अपनी मर्जी से हमने कुछ भी ले लिया. तो वी आर कमिंग फ्रॉम हाइयर टू द लोअर पोटेंशियल एंड. तो हाइयर टू लोअर पोटेंशियल इज नेगेटिव माइनस V, and current in the 2 ohm resistance is what? 0, and the total sum according to the Kirchhoff's loop law, it is 0. Okay. Now we solve the circuit. So see, we have V is taken this side, 36 and 24, that is 60 and 16, that is 76, and difference is 2, that is minus 74 volt. Okay. That means the polarity of the plate should be changed. So here potential drop across the capacitor, now we have 74 volt, and polarity will be like this. The upper plate we have negative, it should be what? The positively charged, and the lower plate should be what? Negatively charged. Potential is what? 74 volt. Now what we have to get? Charge is stored across the capacitor. The charge is equal to what we have? CV. So C is what? 4 microfarad. So 4 into 74, this much of microcoulomb. Okay. And energy stored will be what? Half CV square, that is half the value of C is 4, and voltage is 74 square, this much of microjoule. These are the answers. Okay. One is charge and the other one is what? The potential energy. Right. Now we take one more circuit for from HCV. It is question number It is question number 59 from the current chapter. Okay, what we have given, firstly I draw the circuit. The circuit is like this. Internal resistance of the cell is not defined, means the cell has internal resistance of negligible value. It is 6 volt. It is 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 microfarad, 2 microfarad, it is 3 ohm, 4 ohm. The value is 3 microfarad, and this result we have 4 microfarad. Okay. Now what we have to get, find the charges on the 4 capacitors of capacitances 1, 2, 3 and 4 as shown in the figure. Okay. Across these capacitors we have to get the value of charges, and the circuit is in the steady state. Okay. See what we have to do, since in steady state charges across the capacitors are maximum, that's why current across the capacitors are 0. So capacitors are removed from the circuit. So we remove the capacitors. So after removing the capacitors, the circuit is like this. It is 1, it is 2, and it is the source potential we have given 6 volt, and these capacitors are 3 and 4. Now you may easily solve this circuit. To see 1 and 2, these are in series, 3, and also 3 and 4 are in series. 3 and 4 we have, this one is what, 7, and the supply we have given what, 6 volt. Now see, these resistors are in parallel, 3 and 7 are in parallel. The potential drop across these resistors are what, 6 volt. Okay, here suppose it is 6, it is 0, here it is 6, 0, 6 and 0. Okay, then current flows from higher to the lower potential end. So potential difference here is 6. You may also use the Kirchhoff's loop law, Kirchhoff's junction law, or the simple arrangement using, you may get the value of what the currents across. So we get the current here. So across 3 ohm resistor we have current what, 6 by 3 ampere, and here current is what, 6 by 7 ampere. Okay, so that means across this arm, upper arm of the circuit, we have current 6 by 3, that is of 2 ampere, and across the lower arm we have current what, 6 by 7 ampere. This one was the supplied potential. Okay, now see, upper arm of this circuit is the equivalent of what? These two, and in series arrangement currents are equal. So here current is 2 ampere, that's why current here is 2 ampere, and also current here is what? 2 ampere. Okay, now lower arm is the equivalent of what? These two arms, and these are in series. तो series में currents क्या होते हैं? Equal होते हैं. Here current we have 6/7 ampere. So here current is 6/7 ampere, and here also current is what? Now you get the voltages across these elements. Okay, so what is the voltage here? Current into resistance, 2 volt. 2 into 2, it is what? 4 volt. Now here voltage is 3 into 6/7, that is 18/7 volt, and across this resistor it is 4 into 6/7, it is 24/7 volt. So now across these resistors we get the value of what? The potential drops. Now again we come to this part. Okay, so see, the upper part of the circuit was this. And this was the lower part. Okay, here current flowing was 2 ampere, and in the lower arm current was 6/7. So the current transferred to the circuit is 2 plus 6/7 ampere. That is the current transfer to the upper and lower part of the circuit. Now what we have calculated, across the 1 ohm resistance we have potential drop what? 2 volt. So here potential drop is 2 volt. Okay, now across the 2 ohm resistance we have potential drop what? It is 4 volt. Now come to the lower arm. Across the 3 ohm resistance we have potential drop 18/7 volt, so it is 3 ohm, and potential we have what? 18/7 volt. And across the 4 ohm resistance potential we have calculated 24/7 volt. Now see, these two are in parallel. It is of value 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these two elements are in parallel, since this one is what? A conducting wire, and in parallel arrangement voltages are what? Equal. So voltage across the resistor and voltage across the capacitor, since these two are in parallel, are always equal. So here potential drop we have what? That is 2 volt. Similarly in this part also, the resistor and capacitor are in parallel, so here potential drop is 4 volt. That's why here also potential drop is 4 volt. Now similarly here these two are in parallel, voltage here is 18/7 volt. That's why across the 3 ohm resistance also voltage is 18/7 volt. Similarly at this part, across the resistor we have potential drop 24/7. These two are in parallel, so here also potential drop is 24/7 volt. Now across the capacitor we have all capacitance and potentials. Now we have to get what? The charges across the capacitors 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So charge across the 1 microfarad capacitor is 1 into 2, so it is what? 2 microcoulomb. Similarly charge here across the 2 microfarad capacitor, capacitance we have 2 and voltage we have 4. 2 into 4, that is what? 8 microcoulomb. Similarly here charge across Q3 across the 3 microfarad capacitor, so 3 into 18/7, that is what? 54/7 microcoulomb. And here also we may get the charge across 4 CV, 4 into 24, that is 96/7 microcoulomb. In this way we find the charges across the capacitors. Okay, so this one was the solution for this question. In the next class we will discuss star delta transformation and source transformation method. Okay, and how to find the equivalent resistance and capacitance using the Kirchhoff's law. There we have to use the nodal law, mesh law, that is Kirchhoff's law, to find the equivalent resistance and capacitance of the circuit. Okay. Short question number 26 and 27. The chapter will be electric current. Okay, जो अब तक हमने डिस्कस किया है, these questions are based on only that part. Okay, and from exercise question number 23, 24, these are basic questions. Okay, (32) (37) and question number 60. Okay, these questions you must try from HCV. Okay, now from capacitor I am giving you some question. Chapter capacitor. Solved example. (11), 12 and 23. Only these three questions you have to try. And from exercise and you must try objective 2, all the objective 2 questions of HC Verma. Okay, question number 22. Now you may try question number 25. These questions are based on the Kirchhoff's only. Okay, (27), 28, 29, (47), 48, Question number 57. Uh, 61, 62, 63 we have done, but you may try. Question number 61, 62 and 63. Okay. Now we come to the previous chapter, that is Gauss theorem. Okay. Objective 2 you have to do. Okay. And from exercise of Gauss law, you have to do only question number 4 and question number 11. From Gauss law chapter of HCV, you must do the exercise question number 4 and question number 11. Okay. Then from the previous chapter, that is electric field and electric potential, exercise (22, 23, 24), 51, 52, question number 62. Okay. Then these questions you have to try and solved example. Solved example you may 10, question 10, question number 10 and question number 11. Question number 10 and 11 of the electric field and potential chapter. Okay. And in the next class, after doing all that part that I have told you, means star delta transformation and other circuit problems to find equivalent resistance and capacitance using Kirchhoff's law, I will give you some questions from Eurodov also, from electrostatics to current, whatever we will discuss in the next class. Okay. Thank you.